Hey everyone, well, exciting news. I'm finally in Rome. About 2 weeks ago, on Monday, we left Castel Nuovo and we came over to Rome, about a 2 hour trip. Uh, One of the most amazing sights I've seen is we came around a corner and right there was St. Peter's Basilica. It's the biggest building in Rome. It's huge. It's actually, I think, one of the biggest churches, if not the biggest church in the world. And I live 5 minutes from it. Yeah, we moved into our apartment. Our apartment, yeah, pretty tiny. There's only 3 rooms that count for anything. They're all really small. The kitchen is more of a closet that's got a stove in it. And I've got to turn sideways to be able to fit into the bathroom. And it's me, so that's saying something. But the location can't be beat. We're 5 minutes from St. Peter's Basilica, about 15 from the center of Rome. So it's I can live with it for the next 3 months. We'll definitely be saying that. So we are class-wise just kind of finishing up the Italian. We'll be taking our exams next week. Actually, Monday and Tuesday I'm taking exams. Also on Monday I'm starting my regular classes, which includes Christian thinkers. It's a philosophy class. It goes over some of the modern minds in Christian thinking. I'm taking African philosophy, which should be good. Should include some Augustine, because he was an African philosopher. But it's also it satisfies the diversity requirement for the core. So it's a non-European, non-Western philosophy course. So it's useful and should be interesting, and I hear the teacher's really good. Other than that, I'm taking Santa's course, the Italian spirituality through literature, so that should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. We saw a bunch of the different sites. We've seen the Colosseum, the Roman Forum. Really, I've been in too many churches over the past 2 or 3 weeks to be able to list. I can't even remember all of them I were in, but I mean, the churches here are just beautiful. None of this can be really represented in the U.S., I don't think. Just the smallest chapel has so much attention to detail, and the styling and the art in it is just so beautiful. It's great. So we also took a trip to Pompeii and Naples. We took a day trip down there. I've got a ton of pictures of it. There are tons and tons of pictures in the photo section of the website. You got to check them out because there's some really good sites. There's some good times. We've been going to Mass every day. Well, of course we've been going to Mass every day, but when we can, we're trying to go to St. Peter's. We've been to Mass there 4 or 5 times at this point. It's I love the Mass there. It's great. It's not with the Pope, of course, but the priest that does it half in Italian, half in Latin, which is cool, and he uses the Adoration Chapel of St. Peter's, which is just beautiful, and he uses the high altar there, and it's really cool. Unfortunately, when the Pope is there or when he's getting ready to do an audience, a lot of times you can't get in, so we found other churches. There's a church like every block in Rome, so there's definitely no problem trying to find a church to get into. Upcoming plans, I'm planning next weekend, Zach and I are going to Paris. We're going to meet my mom, spend a weekend in Paris, see the sights, and do all that kind of touristy stuff. Flying out Friday morning, coming back Monday morning. Hopefully, if I keep the presence of mind, I'll try and record a video after we do that. And I'll be sure to take my camera and take lots of pictures because a lot of stuff to see there. Other than that, we're working on a couple trips. Nothing really too firm yet. I know while Zach and I are in Paris, I know the other two are going to Poland to see some of that stuff. Should be a good trip. There's members of our group also going to London that weekend. The group has been really great. We're a pretty tight group. All 20 of us. We make it a point to get together for dinner every week at least. And we've got some really, really talented chefs in this group. I mean, the first night we did, typical Italian stuff, but it was excellent. We did. I pulled out a salmon course that was really, really good. And we had the same thing tonight. It was good. Last week we had Mexican night, and I was seriously doubting the ability of people to find ingredients for a good Mexican meal in Italy, but they pulled it off. It was great. We had some burgers. Last night I had meatloaf. So the food, I mean, like I said, we got some really talented people, and the group is really close. It's really something that I think is good. One of the better parts of the program is just the people that I'm here with. So until next time, please check out the pictures because they're really something to see. And so until next time, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.